Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to mix things up a little bit and do something a little different. I was under my truck here doing some maintenance and I discovered that I'm missing the lining on one of my brake shoes. So today we're going to dive into a heavy duty brake job. It's 90 degrees out, it's humid. It's still early though, so we're going to get this done before it gets too crazy hot. So come on along. Well, first things first, we got to get these tires off. Let's go to the truck and jack it up. All right, next thing is the tires. I've already got most of the lug nuts off of here. I've already got the brakes released. Got a block behind my wheel here. So next thing is to be pulling this drum off. If it'll come off, I haven't readjusted the brakes yet. So, okay, we're gonna have to back the brakes off a little bit before we can get it off. So, yeah, all we back these off is we get a wrench on the slack adjuster and we gotta back it off. And I'm going the wrong way. That's better. Okay, let's get this drum off. So looking at these, they don't look too bad. They're actually in pretty decent shape, but here's the wear bars right here. But as you can see, like I said, I'm missing the lining in the back here. So it's got to be replaced. This is a red tag item with the DOT if I was to pull over and get inspected. So we got to get these shoes replaced. Okay, moving forward, let's get them apart. Well, I'm sure there's probably 50 different ways of doing these. I'm just showing you how I do them. So there's a little spring back in here that holds this roller in. First thing I do is pop these springs out. Top and bottom. And when I get it all the way out, I'll show you what it looks like. It's actually attached to a roller, so I can't pull it all the way out now, but I will show you when we get it apart. Okay, the next thing I do is I take my pry bar and I get in here and I pry the shoe up against the spring and I remove these rollers. Now there's the springs that I was telling you about to hold the roller in place. One on top, one on the bottom. And now this is usually the fun part, is trying to get this large spring off. And I need my light. I can't see. I thought I had it. There it went. Okay. And that is how you take the shoes off. These are the old ones. This is the one that's bad right here. You can see how half of the lining is missing off of there. Okay, now to get the new shoes. Alright, first thing we're going to do is put some anti-seize back here on the pad mounts back here, whatever they call these springs, the pin back here where the shoes ride. This just gives a little lubrication, keep things from wearing out. I'm pretty sure that this anti-seize is the same stuff they use on the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. I always manage to get this stuff everywhere. Alright, what I do next is I build the shoes on the ground. Can we see this? Not really, huh? Open up our spring kit. This is all of our hardware here. New rollers and a new spring kit. So these springs go on the back. They are what keeps the pads together, the shoes together. So now I stand them up and I let them hang on here, like such. On here, and then what I'm going to do is get underneath it on the other side with the springs, this spring, and put this guy back in. This is probably the hardest part of the whole job, is getting the spring back in here. It's really fun, no easy way to do it. Let me go try something else. I'll be right back. Oh, the camera got awful crooked here, didn't it? I suppose we missed everything, didn't we? Oh. Well, I guess that was pretty easy actually. That wasn't too bad. All right. Well, as my luck would have it, I moved the camera to put those springs on and never put it back up. So I will do a retake on the other side. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish this side up. So we gotta get our springs back out here. And these go back on the rollers, like such. And then our rollers go back, and here we are, what's working. Alright, so this side is not complete other than put the drum back on. So what we'll do is, well, we gotta put the drum on because we haven't got the other side even jacked up yet. So, alright, drum is next. Looks good. Check the springs. So here's our new springs in the back, both sides. Kind of got a glare there, sorry about that. New spring in here. And our new rollers in here. You see that really? With also new springs. That's the spring right here that I was talking about before that holds that roller in there. Okay. So a lot of times they'll put a film on these brake drums to prevent it from rusting. So the first thing you need to do is just take the canopy blade clean, or I can just clean it down real quick. Wipe it off. Okay, now for the fun part. I don't know how much these things weigh, but they're heavy. Okay, that completes our brake job on this side. Then when we're done, completely done with it, we need to go ahead and make sure that the self-adjusting slacks are working, slack adjusters, to adjust the brakes back to the drum. I apologize for missing that area with the, or that part of the footage with the springs under, so well, we'll get done on the other side. All right, let's get these tires back on. them down. Let me go. Now when you put this one back on, you want to make sure that the valve stem is opposite of the first one. What we're going to do is look here quick, and we're pretty close. Right there should be about right, but then of course I have to check it before we bring the nuts on it. Go ahead and get these lug nuts on here, and then I'll be back. Okay, I just wanted to show you quick. I do have all the lug nuts on. They're not tight yet. What I was talking about with the valve stems is, so we got a valve stem here. We want to make sure that the valve stem for the inside dual or the inside tire is complete opposite across. So if you look in there, maybe you can see it. You grab the light. So there's our other valve stem right in there. So straight across from each other. You don't want them to be, I don't know why you want them straight across, but you can't put them in the same spot because you won't be able to get a tire gauge or the inflator on it. So. That's probably the hardest part of the job right there. Let's go to the other side, get that side done now. Okay, picking up from the other side where we goofed up. This is how I build my brake shoes before I put them on. We gotta take our hardware here, get our springs and everything. I put the back springs on first on the ground. Just like such. Come on, get on there, don't fight me now. Okay. Then I pick them up. Make sure we don't miss it this time. Alright. I pick them up and I hang them on the spider. Then we got to get the other little spring here inside. And I'm missing my pliers. Where did they go on to now? Let's see. There they are. So they're here somewhere. Okay. This is usually the front part of getting this puppy on there. And after a slight struggle, here we are. Rear springs on and in place. The white spring in the middle on and in place, and the new rollers, as you can see, are also on and in place. All right, next step is getting the drum over here, getting it cleaned up, and getting it put on. Here we go, big fella. Oh. Nothing wants to go easy tonight. All right, drums on. Looking good. Well, I think that's going to about wrap it up for this episode. All we got left to do is put the tires back on and get the oil topped off for the rear end. Like I've been saying, if you're enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Enjoy yourselves, and don't forget to be nice to one another.